Alright, welcome back to Genshin, and welcome back to Liyue. We were here. Alright, we were here. And this is Catherine of Liyue. Liyue of Catherine. What? Alright, I'm gonna mute so that you can hear Catherine properly. Okay.
Ah, Traveler. Right on cue.
Hey, Catherine! Got any new commissions for us today? Also, how come you look so happy to see us? What have you done?
I went to the shrine to draw a fortune slip earlier. The shrine maiden told me that it is the season for an unexpected reunion.
What do you mean?
Catherine? Drawing fortune slips at the shrine? Is it just Paimon, or is that the most unusual thing ever? Wait, no, that's not the unusual part. We're in Liyue. You went to Inazuma and back in a single day?
Even I have a private life, you know.
Okay, so when you say unexpected reunion, you mean running into us, right?
Who can say? But the anticipation of knowing that an unexpected reunion is due is making me happy to see everyone I cross paths with today.
Fair enough. Even though we see each other pretty much every day, whatever makes you happy.
An unexpected reunion. Perhaps my brother?
Wait, are you saying? Oh, Paimon gets it. Well, let's just hope the Shrine Maiden was right. Fingers crossed we find him.
I'm
brother.
sorry. Did I say something I shouldn't have? You both seem a little down.
Oh,
It's not your fault.
nothing. Anyway, back to business. Do you have a new commission you want to give to us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. This one is from a miner. It seems to be related to investigating the chasm.
The chasm.
Really? Does this mean the chasm's not sealed off anymore?
I will leave the requester to fill you in on all the relevant
Oh.
details. His name is Yue Hui, and he should be at the chasm right now.
All right then. Thanks, Catherine. We'll head there right away.
Very well. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Aww.
This time you are truly bound for the abyss. Good luck to you both.
What's with the pause? Requiem of Echoing Gas. Alrighty, we're gonna begin a new Muddy Bazaar adventure at a JoJo. What? How's it going, guys? And the Pistol Girl, welcome back to Genshin Impact. It's been a long time, and I'm excited to play Summer. Summer is out. It's been 2 weeks already, but I've been busy. That's why. And I've been playing other games as well, Tower Fantasy. Now I have time to play Genshin, and let's go. And I'm actually excited. I'm just tired because we were walking all day. All right, welcome back to Genshin, everybody. I don't know which quests to Summer, but I think it's this one. So I guess I gotta do this first. So we're gonna go there to the chasm. Here, yes, okay. All right, we're here. Let's go and do the quest here. I don't know what to say, but okay. I just want to say this. I've been playing Tower Fantasy, and I'm really trying my best to like love the story and like trying to like get on with it. But goddamn, Genshin is just top tier, too good for Tower Fantasy. So yeah.
Hi there. You must be Yue Hui, right?
What?
We've been sent by the Adventurers Guild.
Yo hoi. All right, let's.
Great. Good to meet you.
It's been a long
yes,
time,
I was the one who
Paimon.
posted that commission. Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something?
Never mind that. Let's focus on the task at hand.
All right then. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yue Hui, a
You
miner,
don't-
and I received a
Oh, wait.
mining permit for the chasm just recently. I have a handful of other guys in my crew.
They don't have these transitions in Tower of Fantasy, but they do have good animation, movements, environment. But it's the environment is kind of clunky. That's why I didn't bother really recording it. Maybe someday it will get better with the story, and then I'm gonna try to record it because Paimon is like suggesting that I should.
Seriously? They actually get
I'm gonna mute
permits
because
out
the
for
dogs.
chasm?
Yes, the folks over at Yujing Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. We were among the first to gain approval. But some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What happened? We haven't heard anything.
So, it's hard to say exactly how big of an issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. The main thing is that it's just very strange. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few hilly trolls walking his way. They seemed like they were in a daze or something. They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm. After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
Are the hilly trolls just curious? Maybe they just want to take a peek inside.
Not likely. The strange part is that in all the time this miner's been watching the hilly trolls, he's never seen any of them come back out. It seems to be a one-way trip. Once the hilly trolls go in, they never emerge again. And it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these hilly trolls up to? What happens to them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing? These are the kinds of thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
I don't dare imagine what's going on inside a chasm. Strange is definitely the right word.
Exactly. The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Do we really want to take this commission? Thanks, Mr. Miner, sir. We need to consider it first.
Oh, Paimon. You appreciate it when you're like, Jesus. When you play a really fucking bad game, like Tower of Fantasy, and then you get exposed to Genshin. You love it. You love it. You loved it before, you're gonna love it more. We'll take it.
Hey! You can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion first!
Cute. When strange things happen like this, happen, I'm inclined to think the Abyss Order is involved.
Oh, so that's where you're coming from. Well, okay then. Maybe we will find some clues about your twin.
Right.
You'll really regret it if you don't go,
so
huh?
pretty, bro.
So, what's your
I'm down.
verdict? Will you take the commission? No pressure, but I gotta say, I'm not loving the prospect of my mining permit going to waste.
Yep, we'll take it. We're kinda curious ourselves now, too.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilly trolls keep heading to.
Alright. Where am I going? Star 7 seal? What? Superstitious 7 star seal surrendering. This? Oh, I need to do this. Ah, shit. Story quest. Alright, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna continue this Archon quest. We're gonna go to the Chasm. And we're gonna go back to Liyue. I gotta do all of this story so that you guys don't. I'm the same with you guys. Like after Inazuma, you know, the quest with Mei, yes, and then with Makoto and the Shogun. We're doing the Archon quest now, which is in the Chasm, but we have to do this story quest first here in Liyue. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I didn't eat, but Doodles gave me food. Let's continue. Go to the second floor, right? There. Here. Oh my, Uncle Chan. Okay. Thank you, Doody, for buying me food.
Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Oh?
I don't remember
What
this.
a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea? I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
Oh,
Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice. So a public selection
mute.
process
The dogs
would
are
not
barking
be
again.
suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer.
It's
In
Yellen.
fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think?
I think I'm gonna upload the Chasm first, the Chasm story, and then I'm gonna upload this because Yellon was introduced. So I'm gonna cut I'm gonna upload that first, and then I'm gonna upload this until we reach Sumeru because I don't want you guys to be left out. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And if you've watched that story already and you're here, hello. It's a good opportunity. I'm really not really a good opportunity.
I think so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Yes,
All right then.
I have Yellon by the way.
Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation.
So pretty.
And no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
All right. I don't know what's
You're all
happening.
set?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah,
Good.
it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Ji. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion.
Yuehai.
All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Yep, Tower of Fantasy doesn't have this immersive story that makes you, like, that connects you to the character. What? It's making me... Okay, I'll follow this thing here. Makes you connect with the character. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Where am I going again? Up there. Okay. Anyway, Tower of Fantasy. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, wrong way. Wait, am I at the right way? Wait. I'm at the wrong way. In Tower of Fantasy, the gameplay is pretty fast, and it's pretty fun actually. It's a good anime MMORPG. In Genshin is slow and more of single player. However, I'm not sure if I can say this, but probably I can. Genshin is so much better. Like, the only thing that Genshin is really lacking is the environment to be with other players and customize your
My
own
legs are getting
character.
sore.
That's it.
What is wrong with this assessment officer?
Everything
this
else
is a
is
huge occasion
perfect.
and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for, and Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand
Too
up
nice.
while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
See, side characters, and you
It
feel
looks like all
something.
3 candidates have arrived.
It was those three.
We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process.
Okay.
I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview.
Face-to-face.
In the
interview.
first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Oh shit.
Wow. One of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing.
Okay.
I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Okay, I want to read the fat one first. Let's sit down. Mingbu. Domestic affairs, quite comprehensively focusing on people's livelihoods. The core principle seems to be, the greater good means a world that works for everyone. A world that works for everyone. GE Manifestos covers domestic affairs, foreign affairs, and checks and balances all in great detail. The focus is problem solving. It provides concise and clear solutions to various problems. So thick that you only have time to skim through it roughly. Addresses many commercial issues and provides some very penetrating analysis. His views seems to be that regulations and incentives are both indispensable. Not sure.
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets.
Big boobas.
That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews.
What is she talking about?
We'll see the candidates
Oh,
now.
I'm so distracted.
Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing two entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Mind your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
You learned them from Cloud Retainer?
Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
God, he's annoying. Nope. Fuck off. What's his nname? Quan Share Wei.
Is it my turn?
Fuck that guy. Mingbu.
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years,
Aw.
5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in 16 days. My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not
Oh,
very
it's okay.
good at public speaking?
It's okay.
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mingbu and then gets him to fetch the... Alright.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
That was blunt.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from, but I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places,
He's
talked
a
to
traveler.
lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts.
Okay.
Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
Alright. We got a winner.
He seems
Yellen.
like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
I agree. However,
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Chenwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings.
yes.
Mingguo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented.
Yes.
But he and Shenwei are otherwise polar opposites. Minghua is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in
What
conversation.
about the three of them?
Perfect summary! Paimon couldn't agree more! You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but
Ah,
not least,
okay.
Jur-E. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people.
Yes.
But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Jur-E take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Okay. We might need to investigate that guy.